Hey, imagine 30 days from now waking up more confident, consistent, and in control of your life. Sounds impossible? It's not. Confidence isn't a mystery. It's a muscle. And you can build it in 30 days. By the end of this video, you'll have a 3-step roadmap to build unshakable confidence within the next 30 days. As always, be sure to like this video and subscribe for strategies to become undeniable and get what you want out of life. Hey, welcome. I'm Jeremy Vaughn Clark, and this is the Rise Point Podcast. I'm a speaker, author, and coach, and I help individuals go from invisible to undeniable so they can rise to the point the world can't afford to overlook. Because I believe we all have a rise point, the moment where hiding is no longer an option and rising is the only way forward. Okay, here's the first step. You have to show up daily. Confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. And not only keeping promises to yourself, but following through on that over and over again. Giving yourself examples of your own confidence, right? Confidence comes from repeated actions and proving to yourself within experiences that you can do the same thing over and over again. For those of you that can drive, you can confidently say, I can drive because you have to practice. For those of you that can walk, you can confidently say, I can walk around the block because you've been trained to walk since birth. Confidence comes from repeated actions. If you're an artist, you're probably confident because you've been practicing behind the scenes your skills and other people have validated that for you. If you're a singer, you're probably confident because you practice on your singing skills and you show time and time again that you can sing. It's no different from working in the office. If you're consistently given spreadsheets and then you're able to execute them efficiently and effectively, and people are often seeking you for those skills, then you're confident that you can do them because you've done it over and over again. Same with speaking up in meetings. Same with showing up in different areas of your life. So pick one action and do it daily and get good at it. Right? So you want to keep the consistency up. Whatever the action is, it could be speaking up in a meeting. It could be speaking on camera. It could be working out. It could be something so small as journaling. Whatever that routine is, meditation, pick one thing. One thing outside of tying your shoes. Okay? And then keep doing that over and over again. Whatever that thing is, make sure it's in alignment with something that you want to do with your life. And every time you follow through, you prove to yourself that you can be trusted. And if you can trust yourself, then others can depend on you. But if you can't even trust yourself to follow through, how could you expect others to depend on you or rely on you or trust you? Okay, here's the second step. Track your wins. So confidence is going to come when you focus on progress, not perfection, right? It's about repetition, not trying to be perfect, but using that repetition to get 1% better each day. The goal is to get 1% better every day, because after 30 days, even if you only get 1% better, you are 30% ahead of where you were when you started. So it's important daily within those 30 days that you track your wins. And I want you to write down every win, no matter how small or insignificant you think it is. Maybe the win is just simply getting out of bed to get in your car to go to the gym. Maybe the win is just cleaning up your closet that you've been neglecting for months on end in order to get more organized in your life. Maybe the win is simply initiating a handshake rather than a conversation because you haven't really practiced or worked your way up to having an important conversation with that person. So a handshake will suffice to let them know that you're here, to show your presence to them. So that when it is time for you to speak to them or initiate that conversation, they'll be familiar with your face. So no matter how small the win is in the world that you live in, whatever you're trying to accomplish on your goal, write that down. And the importance of writing that down and tracking that, because after 30 days, you'll have a list of things that's showing you how capable you are. It's going to prove to you you are more capable than you realize. And that's going to further increase your confidence. And the third and final step is to challenge your comfort zones. And this is how you can do this. Do one thing each week that terrifies you. I'm talking absolutely scares you, because confidence does not come from staying safe. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Confidence does not come from staying safe. It comes from proving you can survive discomfort. Discomfort is all around the tasks that we need to do in order to get to the places that we have to go through in this life. Anything worth having is worth working for. And if you work towards it and you consistently putting yourself outside of these comfort zones to push towards that, every time you break that barrier, you're going to be comfortable and more confident that you can then break through future hardships and future obstacles and future uncomfortable zones, right? Because you have the confidence from repetition and from practice from doing it already. So it's important that you consistently find ways each week to break through that comfort zone, doing things that scare you. And mind you, I'm not talking, jumping in front of a car. I'm talking if you have a real goal for yourself. And the one thing that you have to do is, initiate a conversation that's a hard conversation with somebody, or start a project, and that project requires you to do some deep dive research, but that research involves going to a certain environment you didn't want to go to, but it's necessary to get to where you have to be. Well, then you have to do that. And then the moment you can go through that and then say, hey, it's done, is the moment that confidence continues to stack upon itself. And by day 30, those challenges add up to transformation. You're going to be able to look back at yourself on day 1 and wonder how you even got there. But honestly, you're going to know how. You're going to remember everything that you did, right? Because you wrote everything down and you went through everything. You're going to remember that, but it's going to be small steps along the way. So here's the thing. Confidence isn't about hype. It's about evidence. And a lot of times, before you even done something, evidence starts in your mind. It starts in your mind. It starts with the thought of, I can do it. It's the thought of, okay, that's the first step that I need to do. Now let me make a move on it and learn from there, grow from there. That's going to give you more information that's going to download into your head, and then you're going to have more knowledge and experience and evidence, which is going to continue to build your confidence. So show up daily, track your wins, and stretch your comfort zones, because getting uncomfortable is a part of the process to building your confidence. Follow this 3-step roadmap and you'll be just fine, and your confidence will be boosted before you know it. So start today. Comment below what action you'll start committing to for the next 30 days. And I'll see you on the next video.